Welcome to the top 10 list with me, Iadarola and Francesca Fiorentini. Francesca, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you also for providing the opportunity for this particular list. So we're going to be talking about the good side of being married. The next time you're on, it's going to be all downhill from there, all negative. But for now, the top 10 pros of getting married / being married. You're an expert now. You've been married for a couple of days.
I've been married twice too.
Also true.
But I don't think it's fair to include the wedding as a reason to get married, because I think that can delude a lot of people because you just want a fun party.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to decide for you if it's a pro or a con, or maybe it's a wash.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I mean, I would say number 5. Getting to be a pretty princess. You know, like
you were a pretty princess.
Thank you. It's not. Listen, I want to with a grain of caution, with a lot of caution. You can't just want a fun party. This is a lifelong commitment. You have to really. But you go to a lot of weddings, and you start to think that maybe like, ooh, all I want is a pretty princess. Don't get that conflated with the eternal. Not eternal, but the lifelong commitment you're making.
Yeah.
But I, the second time around, I wasn't too keen on having a wedding, to be honest with you. But Matt, my husband, has not been married and has never been a pretty prince, and wanted to walk down the aisle and wanted to have all the things and wanted to have the family and wanted to be the center of attention. I ironically don't love being the center of attention when I'm not like working for it, when I'm not doing this, when I'm not doing stand up, when it's just kind of like, yay life. And I'm like, I don't know, let's hope it's a good one, so I'm more jaded. I'm quite jaded. John.
Despite that, I think you held up to the spotlight well. Yeah, I love that you had him come out to a Beauty and the Beast. That was a good choice. I like it. Yes, if you just want to be a pretty princess, you can just like be a person who does like 2 weeks of your birthday and have a couple parties that way, or go to the beach,
there should be more
for Instagram. Like there's easier ways to just be a pretty princess.
Yeah, there should be more Ren Fair type things. Like there should be like Disney Ren Fair, you know what I mean? Where you can be like dress up like your favorite Disney princess, or be, I really wanted to do a labyrinth. Yes, Comic-Con, go to Comic-Con.
You wanted a labyrinth wedding?
I wanted a labyrinth wedding. Like I love like her outfit when she's dancing with the Goblin King with Jareth.
I'd want to be one of those fuzzy things that takes its own head off.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Anyway, yeah, mine was a little bit Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones themed, actually. But anyway, like the guy who did our actual ceremony had the Meister's chain on. Like
what?
We're nerds, and we came out to Hobbit music. Anyway,
oh my God, I was sick, so I missed. This was pre-COVID, but I missed John's wedding because I got sick. No, I was. It was so sad. I was so sad.
I know, I was too. Anyway, my first pro of getting married is that for the most part, especially as the groom, I don't have to care about myself physically anymore. Like I'm married now.
No.
So whatever happens, honestly. I'm not saying it's all gonna be bad, but it mostly will be. And I really don't need to even try to slow it down, let alone reverse it.
No.
It's comforting.
No.
I've been accepted.
No, and
the work is done.
No, the work is never done. You always need to look hot for your partner. Please try to look hot for them. Try to be sexy for them. And be sexy for yourself, but be sexy for your partner, man. I understand you want to let yourself go, but
and clearly have.
And
you're saying
absolutely
I should still be a pretty prince from time to time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But isn't it nice that you have someone who will accept you even as you age and get totally gross? I like that
Aging is one thing. Aging is totally one thing. Aging, getting old together is awesome. Like I think that's really beautiful. But like, does you want to
obviously being? That's what I mean. Is that you have someone who's going to accept you and not freak out and be totally shallow and everything.
That's true. This is why we're not together, John. Because I'd be like, how many sit-ups? No, Matt.
How did John gain 50 pounds during the wedding?
I'm like, I'm the worst. I'm the worst when that happens. Matt used to be like, he's like, when we are serious, you can start to tell me what to do with my body. And then we started becoming serious. Then we got engaged, and now we're married. And he's still, if I'm like, are you gonna go to the gym or doing? He's like, so mad, so mad. He hates it.
Do you like add tapeworms to his food or anything?
I should slowly poison him.
You're right. It's your right. Anyway, what's your number 4?
Nothing you can do. You have to accept the other person. Number 4, all of mine are very shallow. Number 4 is the ring.
Ooh.
The ring thwarting the creeps, because and just saying you're married thwarts creeps. When dudes want to approach you, talk to you, when people want to make assumptions about you, you're like, I'm married, and they just hear that and they're like, beep boop bop, and they suddenly don't see you anymore. And which is actually great, because a lot of them are weirdos, and so you can kind of like you cut through a lot of the social BS. When you're single, there's sort of always like it's fun, but there's also a little bit of everything's a little bit of a moment. Like, do I like this person? Do I not? Are they trying to hit on me? Are they not? And not having that sort of diffused can actually be really relaxing.
Yeah. Do you then open yourself up to the guys whose thing is going after married women? Is that a problem at all?
I guess.
I don't know.
I guess I've never been.
Stripes.
That's true. I don't think I've ever been hit on. I mean, I've definitely been hit on having had a boyfriend where this was a previous relationship where the guy was like, "Are you in love?" And I was such a weird question. It's not the same as do you have a boyfriend? It's do you like your boyfriend? Are you in love with him? And I was like not really in love with him at the time.
Oh.
So it was like, ooh, that was a pretty good line, a-hole.
Oh, yeah, that's a shortcut right there.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I like that. My number 4 is gonna be kind of the opposite of my number 5. So being married is a thing where, like, one of the benefits is that there's like social cred that you get for being married. You're considered more adult or more serious, more responsible or whatever. But with that, the thing that I actually like, the pro is, like, for me, it provides a little bit of sense of obligation to earn that or to justify that. Like, you can't be a total slacker in all areas of your life when you're in a serious commitment. You are building a life together, potentially building a family together, potentially owning a home together, supporting each other in your careers together. Like, all of that new obligation, which there are versions of that with friendships and coworkers and stuff like that, but it's unique. And so I like that.
That's really sweet. That is so sweet. I love that.
Thank you.
I don't feel the same way, because obviously I'm always gonna crush it in life. And like, no, I'm kidding. No, but I feel
all she does is win, win, win.
All I do is win. No, I feel already an obligation to people. I don't know. I guess no, it doesn't matter. But I love that. I love that it's like, yeah, this is a more of a life project, and it's more emotional and intellectual and spiritual than it is physical or shallow. It's like there's a broader, longer, like, we got to keep it together a little bit. We gotta, yeah, exactly. Like, put in a little bit of effort, which is nice. It's nice to have a reason to put in effort.
Yeah, exactly.
I love.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is not very good. My number 3 is steady dick. Like, making, maybe, like it's always there. You might not want it. You might not always want it. Obviously,
or even often.
Exactly. This
barely at all.
Exactly. The opposite of this will be true when we do our cons. It's the same, but it is steady, and it can be there. And like, I think that is nice. Also, like, feeling like super comfortable with each other, and like you got your whole lives ahead of you to try and spice it up.
So I am simultaneously disgusted by you.
Yes.
But that's also my number 3. Well, to be clear, steady dick isn't my number 3.
Sure.
But if physical intimacy is a thing that interests you, then that is one way to ensure it. Now, of course, at some point, the fact that it was so steady and available, you just won't be interested at all in any of that eventually. But during the period where you are more available, so that's a good thing, I guess.
Yes.
To the incels out there, consider getting married. Usually there's some sex in it that might help your disposition and stop you from, becoming a fascist and all that. But anyway, so we have a crossover at our number 3 there.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually kind of hard for me because I don't really think you need, a lot of these things come without needing to sign your name to a piece of paper and, doing the whole rigmarole. I mean, I don't believe there's just one way to live in partnership with each other.
Sure.
But that being said, my number 4 or my number 3 or my number 2.
You're counting backwards.
Is my number 2, yeah. My number 2 is saying my husband. Like Melania Trump, and also saying my wife. So whenever you say my wife, it's always Borat's my wife. And then whenever you say my husband, it's always Melania's my husband. Because Milan, that's how she talks about Donald Trump, husband. Husband and my wife. It's a very Eastern European thing. So I think there's something incredibly adorable about that. No, that's a horrible one. No, my number 2 could be.
No, I like it.
Okay, fine. That's my number 2.
No. What was your alternate?
I don't know. Marrying into another family, like having, becoming families with that person's family. That's cool, kind of. I guess.
Like that. It's roughly like entering into a whole new family and being able to say my wife is similar level.
Totally.
So I get similar that. Level. How many times have you said my husband in the last 2 days? Then
very little. Very like it actually.
So you're keeping it special. You're for special occasion.
Husband is
okay.
I don't know. Both husband and wife are like they're weird word. They're not the. I think that's why I'm like husband and wife. Like that works better.
Okay, I like it. My number 2 is going to be one of the pros of the companionship part. You always have someone to go with you to things like. And not just, I mean, you do so you don't have to find someone, but that you have your favorite person or at least one of your favorite people, I would imagine, who's always be there for everything that you have to do. Like you got a wedding to go to, you have a funeral to go to, you have a work event to go to, you have someone to go with you to your hobbies and everything. Like you have a literal partner when you need one, someone who not only like you have this connection with, but you are continually building a connection with. And that's nice. And on the flip side, when you go to the events, you have a partner to go there, but you also have someone who can generate all sorts of reasons why you don't have to go. Because your partner, your wife, is always causing problems that mean that you can't go to things too. So both of those are nice.
Yeah, you'd like to, but your wife needs your help. I mean, I love that. It all depends. It sounds so shallow, but it really does matter that you like this person a whole hell of a lot. Because that you want to go everywhere with them. And that's always weird to me. Like, I think it's fine. Everyone should be independent. That is really good. And oh my God, space is so critical. But not enjoying doing or going to things together that are social, I feel like is a little bit of a red flag. Like you really need to want to support the other person's activities or your activity, you know what I mean? Or want to do things together, like whatever that might be. It shouldn't feel like dragging them on something. So like, yeah, and you like have a great time together. It's like always, it's like always doing edibles when you're with the right person,
And I got to do that at your wedding over the weekend. Not the edibles, but the enjoying the time with my partner.
Exactly. Having some little romance, fun time with your partner.
Exactly. What does that leave for your number 1?
Number 1 is a little bit of your number 3 or whatever, but like. The life project, the commitment, the like building a life together, committing to a life together, no matter what is to come. And like feeling like, I mean, and obviously you get to a point where you're like, I think we've got a pretty good foundation here because we've had these ups and downs. We survived a pandemic. We didn't get mad, like we didn't fight that much. So it's always fun to kind of, not fun, but I feel like this is a big moment of, come what may, we're gonna be together and we're gonna keep on building together and like growing and just like supporting each other. So I think that just like that commitment's pretty cool. Like it's pretty easy in general to cut and run. Like it's very easy to be like, yeah, I didn't like Thursday, so bye. You know what I mean? And I think that's the world of dating, is a lot of like ghosting people and a lot of like one little thing doesn't work out and you sort of throw the whole baby out with the bathwater. And so it's nice to be like, oh no, we got the baby and the bathwater and an actual baby who shouldn't be left in the bathwater for that long, because that's bad.
You'll get in trouble, yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. I agree. I think that's important, and that's why, as you start off with, you really have to be sure going in.
Yeah, you
for all of
be
these
into
reasons.
them.
My number one is going to be just a general. And by the way, I do want to add in, like you said, like there's no particular reason why the marriage matters for any of this.
No,
it's a commitment. This is one way to formulate that. There are other ways. So I'm not meaning to be exclusive, but like, you know, it's sort of like it's the personal fulfillment of having a unique relationship that is unlike any other relationship that you can have, and knowing that it is intended to be permanent. Like I went earlier this year, I had a bit of an existential crisis, and I had a period of a couple of weeks where I was really questioning what the point of anything was, because it all seems to go by so quickly. This wasn't even attached to all my issues like politically or with humanity, just specifically that time passes too fast. And so it makes everything feel kind of pointless when it races by.
Aww.
And inevitably we're gonna be old and our bodies are gonna fall apart and everything. But then I realized, well, like I maybe I can only see my friends so many times over 10 years. Maybe I'll only see them 20 times, like, which doesn't seem like much. But your partner will be with you the entire time, and they'll be going through the same thing. And although the future can be horrifying, and you don't know what's going to happen politically or career-wise or environmentally or health-wise, you know that you'll have that person there, not just to be there during it, but to be an understanding ear, someone to provide feedback and advice and support and all that. This is very important. So that's my number one.
That's a good one, and I think it's also like really hard because we're atomized increasingly. I have friends all over the world that I miss, that I would have loved to I would love to just snap my fingers and have them all together. It's also a reason why weddings feel like they go by so fast, because you have all these people that you haven't seen that you love, and you spend time with each one of them. You want to spend a couple hours just having a drink and hanging with each one of them. And I think that community is something that we lose. And so obviously I didn't even mention this, but like family I think is really nice. And I don't think you need to be married to have a family, but the hope of building some kind of little like community I think is really awesome. And but yeah, you're right that like we have little baby brains that are like, well, we're just us against the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do, and I'll close by saying like when your ceremony is going on and you get the speeches from relatives and friends and all that, like your mom spoke and everything, like it did, like I haven't been to a wedding since my wedding. And before that it was the wedding that my now wife, our first date basically was to go to Anna and Christian's wedding. So I haven't been to many weddings over the past, like we had dated years earlier. But like it did remind me, like we're in this horrible time of like these horrible people everywhere, and the wars going on and the shootings and everything. And so like it's all so bad that to have like all these people come together to just celebrate, hey, these are two good people we like that are gonna be together. Let's have a whole party about it.
Yeah.
I just loved that.
Yeah.
It's so positive and supportive and everything in the middle of all of this insanity. So I appreciated that. So that's a benefit of even other people becoming married.
Totally. Now I want to get more invites, but I did tell my mom to tamp down on the like the there's a pandemic sad talk. I don't know if she did.
I like that thread. It felt true to you that she would mention that.
Yeah. I was like, don't bring people down right now. Don't say Uvalde. All right.
There was a little bit more of that than I expected. There was a little bit more reading from official documentation from community colleges than I might have expected. Anyway.
Very funny.
Anyway, okay. Well, with that, thank you, Francesca.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. Francesca is going to be going off on her honeymoon, so we're not going to have her for a bit. I'll probably be doing next week solo, but when you come back, we can do the other side of this, the downside, which you will be very familiar with.
Oh, the next week's top 10 solo.
I'll probably do next week's top 10 solo, but
Okay.
then the following one we'll be together again.
So it'll probably be food related.
It'll probably be food or Marvel related. Yes.
Yeah, food and Marvel.
Or maybe both, honestly.
So like best McDonald's Happy Meals with action figures by John Iadarola.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
it's which McDonald's Happy Meal goes along with each Avenger, basically. I can mix and match. Anyway, with that said, we'll have something for you. Thank you for supporting us along the way, and we'll see you next time.